This is Claire's image that we looked at close to 2 weeks ago, and I wanted to just kind of tell you my approach to this. Claire and I were going back and forth about how bright the right hand side. I mean, it's almost a straight. It's divided almost equally. So very dark on the left side, very bright on the right side, and for me that was causing some issues with being able to clearly tell her how I would process this image, or what I could tell her that would be helpful. So I just opened it up. I'm in Bridge, I'm not in Lightroom, but the controls are still all here. So for me, the easiest way to approach this is to actually even out this exposure. And this is nothing you could do in camera. This is just simply, for me, this was the best way to visualize what I wanted to, my next step. So the first thing I needed to do for me was to even out the exposure. So I'm going to use the grad filter, and we're just going to set this to 0. So I'm bumping the exposure by a third of a stop, and I'm going to click and drag a fairly wide grad filter because I want to bridge this, bridge the divide, bridge this difference that is split almost exactly down the middle between the dark parts and the light parts. And I'm actually going to bring up the shadows by a healthy amount. So for me now, this is a much more even. This is a little bright up here in the sky, but that's really easy to take care of. So this feels much more even, and now I feel like I can go ahead and apply my artistic vision to it, rather than having to mitigate this heavy difference between the dark and the light. So I think everything else we were trying to do was fine. For me, I just needed to see this as a little more even of an exposure, and then I can much more easily see what I want to do from an artistic standpoint. So I hope that's helpful.